All right, so you're a pretty good player. You shoot in the 70s, low 80s. You got a very interesting move at the golf ball. What's your big miss?
Everything.
Everything? Would it be a big pull and
Mostly a pull hook, yeah.
Pull hook? Is it? So you have a interesting backswing. You get really crossed up at the top of your backswing, right?
Kind of like Cam Smith a little bit.
I would say you're more crossed up than any tour player. I mean, if you know, it's really crossed up on that video.
Yeah.
You pull pretty steep, so a pull hook would be something that I would expect to see out of a player with your move. So set up for me real quick. You get as crossed up as you do, because as you start going back, you roll this club behind you. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. And then at the very end, whoop, you turn it here, and then you pull down really steep. Okay? So your club, here's the interesting piece, right? Your club tries to shallow behind you, right? It tries to lay off. But because of how high your hands get, there's no room for it to shallow. So it's kind of one of those things. Do we attack the crossed up part, or do we try and get your hands more behind you and try and see if you could still function there? That wouldn't be a complete change to your golf swing, right? That would make it more functional without having you spend months trying to rebuild it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I want to try that approach first. So set up for me.
Hands deeper?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to feel that the backswing's a little bit shorter. Set up for me. You can still get that roll, but I want you to feel like everything stops here, boom, at the top, where your hands are getting close to your heels. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, let's see what that can turn into. Give me a couple of rehearsals without a golf ball. Feel that. Really feel that big turn there. Okay? See, that would be a perfect backswing if you could actually get there. You're not going to with speed. You're still going to get crossed up. But feel the hands getting that deep. So that's dead straight. Now, another feel that we can go, and it's going to be in a transition. That was a lot better backswing, okay? But then in transition, you started by pulling your hands out. So you could get close to, on both of those swings, you pulled your hands out so you could get back to where you were comfortable moving into the golf ball. So I'm going to give you one more feel to add to this. Okay. 2 quick feels back to back, I know, but I think you can handle them both. Go up to that position that you were in, okay? Now, start coming down for me, slowly. So you see how I keep this arm tighter into your chest?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that will allow the club head to shallow more behind you.
Okay.
Which will put you in a position where that club path should be more neutral working out to the golf ball.
And then just turn.
And then just keep turning. I like your rotation through the golf ball. The problem is the way the club is moving into the golf ball, it's throwing everything.
Big divots,
yeah, those aren't the biggest divots I've seen. Okay, so that's still going a little bit left. Now, we were just looking at the video of it. Your arm's not getting quite as over your ear as it was, and it's actually less steep than it was a few minutes ago. So it's moving in the right direction. Okay. But one really good feel that a player can have to avoid that big cross-up move, right? We generally cross up, when a player goes flat and then gets crossed up, it's generally because they take this trail elbow and lift it, right? So if we get in a position where we feel that elbow staying closer into our side in our backswing, I'm not a big believer. There are people who teach keeping that arm connected all the way to the top. That's not me. I'll let that elbow climb a little bit. But for you, feeling it's as tight as you possibly can get is going to put you in a much better position, right? Okay. So feel everything stays tight. Go ahead and set up there for me. Just go up to the top of your backswing and keep that elbow connected, right? Now we know in reality that's going to get you over here, right? But keeping that connected while we get that big turn and try and get the hands behind us is going to be a big thing. I think a concept for you is thinking a lot of turn out of your body and less movement out of your hands.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think a lot of players try and get depth, right? But the problem is they try and get the depth just naturally because our minds are pretty smart. They make things happen on a golf course. But a lot of players start trying to feel that by getting the club head behind them. Right. It should be your hands getting behind you. And if you can get the hands behind you through getting a big turn.
So don't even think about the club then.
Well, yeah,
think about your hands.
Yep, I'm still letting you roll it a little bit in the backswing. I'm not going to change that matchup. I like fundamentally what you do. You're a pretty good player. It's not like I'd want to rebuild the entire motion. Right. you know, but getting you in that better position at the top to functionally match up coming down is big. Go ahead and try and make that move. Elbow way tighter, yes.
Hit it.
Yep. Feel that elbow is going to stay tucked. Try it again. Still a little left, but way more solid. I mean, that's closer to neutral. If I had my launch motor out here, you'd see that that path is now closer to neutral coming through. Right. One thing you can do if you're staying closer to neutral is offset everything, even if it's a couple degrees left. Like Tiger used to talk about hitting his trap draw all the time. Mm-hmm. If you get in here and you get your body to aim and offset a little bit right of your target and just let that ball fall back to it, that will put you in a position where you might like your ball flight too. Does that make sense?
So you're trying to draw it into it?
Yeah, I mean, you're
the shoulder more at the target?
More right of it.
Right of it, okay.
Yes, just aim a few degrees right. Like, I've just seen you hit two, you know, baby draws. They're baby pull draws, right? But just for a functionality sake on the golf course, if you're trying to get there where you're breaking par more consistently, there's nothing wrong with a little pull draw as long as you align yourself properly. If you aim at the target and you hit a pull draw, everything's going left. You hit that exact same shot, but you aim a little bit right of it, it's going right at your target, right? I got a lot of players who do that. So everything's slick little draws now. Just going there. So I mean, just remember when you're making this movement, right? You're gonna feel that the trail elbow is gonna stay more down. You're gonna get a bigger turn. We're still gonna let the club be a little crossed up at the top, that's fine. But make sure you understand that to offset your movements, if you're hitting that little trap draw, you need to get that alignment just right of the target, okay? I'm watching these things just coming back. I mean, biggest, quickest improvement so far in this school is you right there. But you have to remember, just make sure you offset everything with how you aim. And one thing you can do when you're out on a golf course, it's gonna be kind of goofy, but when you're just messing around, not really worrying about anything, throw an alignment stick down at your feet and check your alignment on a golf course so you can become comfortable out there playing golf versus just doing it on the range. You know what I mean? Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and comment. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.